Skadoosh.
What's up, YouTube? Today, I want to talk about Jack Black. Jack Black is an actor, musician, YouTuber, and voice actor known for his humor, enthusiasm, and of course, his scatting abilities.
Jack, he's a bringing on the fun. On Nickelodeon.
Jack really blew up after his breakout role in High Fidelity in the year 2000, in which Black plays a slacker record store employee with an encyclopedic knowledge of rock and roll music.
Turn it off, Barry! I just can't wait till the day it won't go any louder. Turn it off!
A few years later, in 2003, Jack Black brought this same energetic rock and roll persona to a whole new audience of children in the smash hit movie School of Rock, in which Black played a failed musician who poses as a substitute teacher to pay rent and ends up turning his class into his very own rock and roll band in order to win the local Battle of the Bands.
8:15 to 10, rock history. 10 to 11, rock appreciation and theory. And then band practice till the end of the day.
His combination of childlike enthusiasm and adult humor was enough to win over parents and children alike.
I've got a hangover. Who knows what that means?
Doesn't that mean you're drunk?
No, it means I was drunk yesterday.
And after this massive success with families in School of Rock, Black was able to easily move into voice acting for animated movies and TV shows. So in today's video, I want to go through every one of Jack Black's animated appearances and definitively rank them from the least awesome to the most epic.
This is gonna be epic.
Before diving into my ranking proper, I wanted to quickly shout out some of Jack Black's cameos that I didn't think were substantial enough to include in the actual ranking. Jack Black makes a few cameo appearances in the heavy metal show Metalocalypse, including one where he plays his character Eddie Riggs from his video game Brutal Legend. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah,
Dude, I can't wait to get this game home alone, where I can really explore all its nooks and crannies.
Yeah.
Jack Black also makes a cameo in the pilot episode of Big Nate, in which he plays the legendary Brad Gunter, who serves as an inspiration for Nate in his quest for awesomeness.
Right! Someday you'll be awesome too. I can feel it. Sorry!
And finally, Jack Black makes a cameo appearance in Rick and Morty as Lithdor, the Viscount of Venus, in a fun and villainous voice role in an otherwise unremarkable episode.
First things first, step through this machine which checks for nanotechnological hologram dicks. What?
With those honorable mentions out of the way, we can dive into our JB rankings in full, starting in last place with...
What's the deal with this thing?
In last place, we have the BorderLands movie from 2024, in which Jack Black plays the annoying comedic relief of the BorderLands franchise, Claptrap.
And you can call me Claptrap!
This movie was a massive failure both financially and critically, and clearly missed the whole point of what fans liked about the video game series.
The BorderLands movie is finally out, and Jiminy Christmas, it's atrocious.
Honestly, Jack Black as Claptrap was probably the best part of the movie, but that's not saying much when you're dealing with this movie.
Y'all bitches need to eat your own butts with your poopy mouth ass faces until you die from loser poisoning like the stupid puss crotches that you is. I'm young pussycat. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
In 2007, Jack Black went through the celebrity rite of passage and guest starred in an episode of The Simpsons. In the episode Husbands and Knives, Black plays a new comic book guy who opens his own comic book store called Coolsville.
Coolsville sucks. No!
Black's comic book guy is very chill and gentle with the children of Springfield, to contrast the dismissive, gatekeeping comic book guy they had before.
The worst episode ever.
And I think it's kind of a missed opportunity with Jack Black's talents. He's not given much to do here besides sing a Korean version of Tom Jones's What's New Pussycat.
I'm young pussycat. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And even that seems very against type for Jack Black's typical rock and roll persona.
This project is called Rock Band. I'm talking about bands that rock. Led Zeppelin.
The episode quickly shifts away from the comic book plotline to a story about Marge opening a franchise of gyms for women. And while it's not one of the best Simpsons episodes, it did give us this iconic moment of Homer pinning all of his extra skin back after undergoing a stomach stapling surgery.
Oh, those buns are poppin' fresh.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn off the lights now.
He said, come back with the baby, or don't come back at all!
Jack Black made his feature animation debut in the first Ice Age movie in 2002, where he played one of the saber-toothed tigers named Zeke. Black has such a fun, unhinged, villainous energy in this performance that is just perfect for animation.
I can't wait to get my claws in that mammoth!
And although he only has a couple minutes of screen time, he made a big impact, and it boded well for his future in animation voice acting.
What a mall!
Sadly, Zeke never returned in any of the many Ice Age sequels or spin-offs, but maybe Zeke can finally make his triumphant return in Ice Age 6 next year.
The herd is back, baby! I gotta call everybody I know. Sebastian, the whale washing dolphin.
In 2004, Jack Black got his first starring role in an animated feature in Shark Tale. In the movie, Black plays Lenny, a vegetarian shark who doesn't want to eat other fish, and fakes his own death with the help of Oscar, played by Will Smith.
Oh, the Shark Slayer. He's for real.
No, you gotta say, he crazy, man!
He crazy, man.
Yeah.
He crazy, man.
Yeah,
That Shark Slayer, he crazy, man.
Lenny has a lot of funny moments in the movie, but overall, I did not like this nebbish East Coast accent that he's trying to do throughout the movie.
Get a hold of yourself, man. This is no time you act crazy. Our lives are in serious danger.
I think Jack Black works best when he's doing something a little closer to his own voice. But it's all worth it for the scene where Lenny refuses to eat the shrimp cocktail from the Robert De Niro shark.
My sister had a baby, and I took it over because she passed away, and then the baby lost its legs, and it's all was an hour nothing but a stump, but I still take care of it with my life, and it's growing, and it's fairly happy, but it's difficult because I've been working a second shift at the factory to put food on the table.
Put the shrimp down! Who are you calling dummy? Dummy?
In 2015, Jack Black starred as the famous author R.L. Stine in the movie version of every 90s kid's favorite book series, Goosebumps. He also voiced the antagonist of the movie, Slappy the Dummy, which is why this movie's on the list. Black's performance as Slappy is so delightfully evil, and it's easily the best part of the movie.
Oh, shucks. You're giving me, what's the word? Goosebumps.
While I think that this movie still pales in comparison to the horror of the original chapter books and TV series, Black's dual performance as R.L. Stine and Slappy the Dummy were more than enough to carry the film.
We had a great time on the set.
Yes.
We only had a couple instances of friction, but for the most part...
He locked me in a trunk.
The time is spring 1969.
In 2022, Jack Black reunited with the director of School of Rock, Richard Linklater, to create Apollo 10.5, A Space-Aged Childhood, almost 20 years after School of Rock. Apollo 10.5 is a somewhat autobiographical film about what it was like for Linklater growing up in Texas in the summer of 1969 amid the excitement of the Apollo moon landing missions. Jack Black plays adult Stanley and serves as the narrator of the movie. This is one of Black's most reserved performances, and he does an incredible job describing what life was like growing up in the 60s, with a wistful nostalgia that somehow makes you feel like you lived through it yourself.
That's right. It wasn't against the law to drink and drive back then. You just couldn't be legally intoxicated.
Big wish.
This movie is rotoscope animated, like a couple of Linklater's other movies, and the backgrounds here are so beautifully painted, bringing suburban life in the 60s to life in a way that I've never seen before.
Tenacious D has got to shine.
Something I haven't mentioned yet is that Jack Black had a band with his best friend Kyle Gass called Tenacious D.
Tenacious D time, you motherfucker, go!
Tenacious D was formed in the 90s and focused on a combination of vulgar humor with rock and roll music.
We rocked.
They gained popularity after releasing their song Tribute, which is about them writing the greatest song in the world to defeat a demon, but then forgetting it, so they wrote this song as a tribute. They had their own short-lived HBO series, and then in 2006, they got their very own movie, Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. The movie was a massive flop at the box office, but is considered a cult classic today. 10 years later, JB and Kyle had an idea for a sequel to The Pick of Destiny, so they pitched it to Netflix, HBO, and Amazon, but no one wanted the idea. So Jack Black decided to animate the movie himself and release it onto their Tenacious D YouTube channel for free.
We're going our own way. A little known network called YouTubes.
All that to say, at number 4 on my list, I have Jack Black's performance as JB in Tenacious D in Postapocalypto. This is a fully animated rock opera, completely created by Jack and Kyle. They wrote it, directed it, did all the music, all the voices, and Jack Black even drew every frame of it.
I guess there's no one else to blame. It's all D, baby.
It's an insane story that follows JP and Kyle as they try and survive in the post-apocalypse, where they meet their two-headed dog named Hope, encounter horny cave women, fight monsters, travel to space, defeat an evil president named Donald Jr., and return the Crystal of Gilgamesh to its rightful home in the Egyptian pyramids.
Is that it? Did we save the world?
I guess so.
It doesn't seem like it did anything.
They released the movie in 6 parts on their YouTube channel, but sadly, episodes 2 through 6 have all been removed due to Jack Black's extremely graphic nude drawings throughout the film.
That's kind of disgusting.
The movie also became an album of all the songs, and they even went on a Postapocalypto tour where they would act out the entire movie with clips of Black's animations playing in the background. The movie is really funny, and I find Jack Black's crude drawings extremely charming.
Did you dream that you were in a post-apocalyptic musical comedy?
Well, it wasn't very funny.
Ironically, Tenacious D would break up in 2024 after Kyle made a controversial joke about the president. But I believe that one day, the D will return.
Because if you don't say no to drugs, you're gonna say yes to regret.
At number 3 on my list, I have Jack Black's role in the original Clone High series from 2002. Black guest stars in the musical episode Raising the Stakes, in which Black plays Larry Hardcore, a motivational speaker at the clone school.
And believe me, I know a little something about regret. I regret the time that I got high and wrote a hit song and it made me insane amounts of coin.
He also plays The Pusher, a mysterious drug dealer who pushes the teens to smoke raisins, and turns out to be Larry Hardcore in the end.
Larry Hardcore? But why?
This is such a good episode of Clone High, chock full of hilarious jokes, references to other rock operas like The Wall or Yellow Submarine, and the music is actually really good, especially Jack Black's song I'm the Pusher, in which Jack Black is able to put all of his rock and roll knowledge and abilities to great use.
I'm the sky high, have a dry pusher. I'm the smoke screen, have a green pusher. I'm the booty poking, racing smoking pusher. The pusher! Now who's gonna stop me?
At number 2 on my list is Jack Black's performance as the bodacious baddie Bowser in the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Jack! Oh.
Hey, Kelly.
You look awesome!
Thank you.
When Nintendo first announced the cast of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, we were all a little nervous with Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong and Chris Pratt as Mario.
He's so cool.
But Jack Black for Bowser was perfect casting, and when the movie came out, he did not disappoint. He's able to make Bowser both scary and silly.
I will ask their princess to marry me in a fairy tale wedding!
He's villainous, but also insecure and lovesick.
Do princesses find him attractive?
They do if they have good taste.
And his song, Peaches, is my favorite part of the entire movie.
Oh, bitches!
Jack Black has such a love for video games, and you can really tell from the care and passion that he put into his performance as Bowser in this movie.
It seems to me you lived your life like a Bowser in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in.
I'm the big fat panda.
At number 1 is, you guessed it, Jack Black's performance as Po in the Kung Fu Panda movies.
Finally, I'll get a chance to show off my moves, like this one right here.
This is number 1 because Po is Jack Black. Not only does he have the same voice as Jack Black, unlike most of the other performances on the list where he's clearly doing a character,
But I feel closer to Poe because it really is just me, and that's more of a personal performance, and that is really the difference, is that there's nowhere to hide when I'm Poe. It's really just Jack. I hate to talk about myself like that.
It's really just Jack Black. At the end of the day, the thing about Jack Black is that his essence is Poe.
Disgusting.
But Po has the same personality as Jack. His love and passion for Kung Fu reflect Jack Black's real-life love of rock and roll, video games, and acting.
I love Kung Fu!
Po is unlike all the other animals in the kingdom. He's overweight, he's sensitive, he's different. Just like Jack Black, who is a very unconventional leading man in Hollywood. When Po is first chosen as the Dragon Warrior, he's mocked for being too fat and weird. But it's his differences that are the reason that he's able to defeat Tai Lung and save the Valley of Peace. He's funny and fun and confident by the end of the movie.
Skadoosh.
All of that reminds me of one of my favorite Jack Black scenes from School of Rock, in which Black comforts one of his students when she's too afraid to go on stage.
And, you know who else has a weight issue?
Who?
Me. But once I get up on stage, start doing my thing, people worship me because I'm sexy and chubby, man.
Why aren't you on a diet?
Because I like to eat. Is that such a crime?
That's about all I've got for today. What do you guys think? What's your favorite Jack Black performance? Did I miss any? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified when I post a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Goodbye.
You've been to me.